Hey, you guys. Welcome to the live stream. I'm going to keep this one kind of short, so I'm going to go ahead and put this out there. What we're going to do is I'm going to give you guys an update, keep this a short video, and then I'm going to come right back with a live stream where we're going to discuss the details of what took place today. Also, I just want to say I'm not at the trial. I didn't go, so this information is not coming directly from me. What I had to do today is I had to just look up every article that I could find and jot down all the information about, what everyone else is putting out there. The Sun clearly has someone in there because they were coming out with live updates like that. Theirs may be a little bit more in depth of what mine is. Mine is going to be like the highlights, the rundown of what all happened. So we're going to go over it. But like I said, I just wanted you guys to know this is going to be like a short, quick video of those updates. And then I'm going to turn around in this live stream, come back where we will discuss. I don't want to have this one too long because I want this to be a video that, other people will want to watch and get the details and get the updates. Also, usually my Josh Duggar content, if it's it usually gets limited ads, so I will put my PayPal and Cash App info up if anybody wants to donate to the channel. I literally all evening I have been writing, reading. Usually I kind of take over the kids in the evening, but today Sean just kind of handled it all and I stayed stuck to the computer. So if you guys want to donate, because this video will possibly get limited ads, there's the information for you guys to do that. So let's go ahead and let's get into it. Yes, I did see that the Sun obviously had someone in there because they were coming out with live updates very quickly. So it did appear they had someone in there that was had some way to record the information, and that was a no-no. The judge, when he put out information on what will be allowed in, it was journalists are welcome, but you could not bring any kind of recording device. You cannot bring your cell phones or anything like that. So that was not supposed to happen. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get into what took place today. In regards to Josh Duggar's victims, his sisters, Jill, Jessa, Joanna, and Ginger. Those are the girls, his sisters, that he molested years ago. So they were discussed today, but they were not named. They were called Jane Doe 1, Jane Doe 2, Jane Doe 3, Jane Doe 4. So I want to put that out there before we get started. So Monday, November 29th, a pretrial hearing was held. Now, the judge held this hearing to determine whether or not he was going to allow Josh's past molestation admission into this trial. He also held this hearing to figure out if Jim Bob would be allowed in as a witness. So at this pretrial hearing, the prosecution called Jim Bob up on the stand, Jim Bob being Josh's dad. Jim Bob claimed that he did not remember the events that took place when Josh admitted to the molestation or committed the acts. Question about Josh's past molestation scandal, Jim Bob answered with, "I can't remember." He also criticized the judge for allowing info that was leaked by tabloids into a trial, even telling the judge at one point, "I can't believe you're going to allow this. I wouldn't allow it. Are you going to allow it?" The judge ended up having to kind of put Jim Bob in his place, telling him, like, "I make the rules. This is not a debate. I understand you're in a bad position, but either way, like, you're not going to make the objections. You're not going to make the rules. I do that." The judge ruled that Jim Bob's testimony was not needed. His ruling stated, the court found Mr. Duggar's selective lapse in memory to not be credible. He was obviously reluctant to testify against his son. In any event, his testimony is not necessary for the government to introduce as evidence at trial. Mrs. Holt's testimony is sufficient, which leads me to the other person that was called up at the pretrial hearing. Miss Bobby Holt, who is a family friend. She is married to Jim Holt, who is an elder in the church. She was called up at the pretrial hearing as well. Her testimony was that Josh admitted to her back in 2003 and in 2005 that he inappropriately touched 4 Jane Does over and under their clothing. Now, because Bobby Holt is married to an elder in the church, the defense attempted to get her testimony removed on the basis of clergy privileges. Judge Brooks denied that motion. In his ruling, he wrote, "It is clear from her testimony, which the court finds very credible, that she was not a clergy person at the time that Josh Duggar made certain disclosures to her about molesting children." So he's allowing Bobby Holt's testimony. She will be called up at the trial, but Jim Bob will not. And he pointed out Jim Bob's sudden lapse in memory. Also, I do not know why, but our area is like bombarded with flies lately, and we go in and out a lot. And today the flies have been wild. Okay, so to continue, Tuesday, November 30th, they held the jury selection. It was held and it was completed. One juror was excused after he told the judge that his daughter is actually married to one of Josh's brothers. Obviously, you can't have somebody on the jury that you know or that you're somewhat related to through marriage or what have you. The jury selection was made up of 6 men, 6 women, 6 men, 6 women with 4 alternates. So today, December 1st, Wednesday, the judge ruled to allow the prosecution to discuss Josh's 2016 molestation police report to the jury, ruling in favor of the prosecution. In the judge's ruling, he stated, "The court finds, based on the government's amount of evidence at the hearing, that the prior acts of child molestation allegedly committed by the defendant in 2002 and in 2003 against 4 child victims are clear and compelling. The court finds the government's evidence is probative of defendant's propensity to commit the child pornography offenses with which he is charged. The child victims in this case are approximately the same ages as the victims of the defendant's hands-on child molestation offenses. Accordingly, the prior act's evidence is probative of defendant's sexual interest in underage children and propensity for exploiting young children." So he ruled basically that it should be allowed in because it shows that he has that he, in his past, he has exploited young children, and that the girls in some of the content that was downloaded are the same ages as some of the girls that he molested all those years ago. So at 9:39 a.m., the prosecution, or the prosecutor, a man by the name of Dustin Roberts, he started with opening statements, and he detailed images and videos found on Josh's devices. He asked the jury to hold Josh accountable. He outlined the process that was used to find the alleged user of the images that connected the police to the peer-to-peer file sharing network. The prosecutor made sure to tell the jury that Josh's first statement to the agent when the agents arrived at the car dealership was, "So, has someone been downloading child porn?" The prosecutor explained to the jury how a partition had been installed on Josh's computer, as well as a program called Covenant Eyes. He explained how Covenant Eyes works, having an accountability partner, and how the partition was a way around Covenant Eyes. He stated that their case is based on facts and evidence. At 10:02, the defense attorney, Gelfand, he started with his opening statements, and his statement started off by saying, "If you like a good mystery, then this is the case for you." He asked the jurors, why does it have to be Josh that was the one downloading this content? He warned the jurors about the images that they would see, but stated that that's not what this is about, that it's about who done it. He stated that the defense's case will follow and focus on a forensic trail. He told the jurors that while Josh Duggar may be a great person, a great guy, he is not some type of computer genius. Even though I think his family has stated that he's really good with computers, right? Isn't that what they've said in the past, that he's really good with computers? He also told the jurors that Josh was homeschooled and received his GED at the age of 16 and had no further education, specifically anything, related to computers or anything of that nature. The defense told the jurors that they would prove that the downloaded images do not connect to Josh, saying it is equivalent to a trail of blood from a murder scene that does not lead back to Josh Duggar. His opening statements lasted for about 40 minutes. After opening statements concluded, the court took a short recess. When they returned, the prosecution brought up Amber Calmer. I guess that's how you say her name. Amber Calmer. She works for the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force. Detective Calmer started by stating her job, her position, her title, how long she's been in that field of work, her knowledge of the software that was used, and the images that she found that had been downloaded to Josh's computer. Detective Calmer told the jury that she was able to download the images and videos directly from Josh's computer before they even knew whose computer it was. So the field that she works in, she basically got like this ping saying like a device has downloaded these images and these videos, and she was able to download it to her software, to her devices to see what was actually downloaded. At that point, she sent those files to Homeland Security Investigation Specialist Agent Gerald Faulkner, who traced the IP address on the files back to Josh Duggar's car dealership. They also brought up Homeland Security Agent Gerald Faulkner. When he took the stand, he testified that Josh said to him, "Is this about someone downloading child pornography?" before he even told Josh the purpose of why they were there or what they were there to look into. At 12:05, the judge ordered a recess for lunch. Let's see. I'm missing a paper. Where did it go? I swear our slides are like ridiculous, you guys. Tomorrow, it is said that court will resume at 8:30 a.m., beginning with cross-examination by the defense, cross-examining Special Agent Faulkner as well as Amber Calmer. The judge believes that the trial will last 5 to 6 days. Now, they did come back from lunch, but I'm not sure exactly what will happen after lunch. So that'll be a video that I put up tomorrow. Tomorrow, I will have a pre-recorded video of what took place after lunch. So right now, what we know is like opening statements, who they called up, the judge basically saying that Jim Bob, how he suddenly has, memory loss. He doesn't think that he is a credible witness to even put up on the stand. So he's not going to allow that, but he is going to allow Bobby Holt up on the stand for the prosecution. Some of the family members were there in attendance. Obviously, there were videos and photos of Anna and Josh going into the courtroom. There were also photos of Jill Dillard's husband, Derek. He was there. However, Jill was not there. Some people were wondering if Derek was there because Jill will be testifying. Jill and Jedediah both will be testifying. We are still unsure of who they're going to testify for, but I strongly believe that Jill definitely will be testifying for the prosecution. Not sure about Jedediah, but Jill was not there, but her husband was there. Also, it was noted that Derek sat on the side of the family, like one side is actually for the family, and Derek sat on that side next to Anna. And at certain times, him and Anna could be seen talking to each other. Joy-Anna's husband, Austin, he was also there, but he did not sit with the family. He actually sat on the last row and was never seen talking to Anna Duggar or Derek Dillard, which is I was kind of confused by that. I'm kind of confused that Derek sat on the side of the family and was, having conversations with Anna. But maybe he, once he got there, he's trying to be supportive of Anna. I'm not really sure, but he did sit on the side with the family, and him and Anna at different times were seen discussing things, and they did not seem to be at odds or anything like that, even despite the fact that Derek has spoken out against the family. Joanna's husband, Austin, now he was seen sitting away from the family on the last row and did not talk to Derek or Anna. So tomorrow I'm going to try to find out everything that happened after lunch, and I'm going to do a pre-recorded video to give you guys the updates on that. So that's what I have so far. Opening statements, the prosecution is just saying that they have the proof that he installed this partition to try to cover his tracks because he had covenant eyes on his computer. They say that they are going to be able to prove that it was Josh. And they also told the jury that it is their duty to hold him accountable. The defense, they are saying that it is a clear case of who did it. Who did it? We don't know. It's not so much as to, what the pictures and the videos are about, according to the defense. It's more about who done it. Who's the one behind downloading the images? Agent Gerald Faulkner, he said on the stand that one thing that really struck him odd is right when they got there that, Josh was like, has someone been downloading child porn? Before they ever told Josh what they were there for. And the lady who worked for the task force, Amber, she just kind of explained what her role was and how she came across the information and how she figured out that it was Josh Duggar's computer that was pulling this information, that was downloading the content and the images. Also, the prosecution did warn the jury about what type of content they were going to have to look at, that some of the victims were as young as, now, in the detention hearing, they said there was someone as young as 18 months old. However, today, it was stated that the prosecution told the jury that the youngest would be, I think, 7 years old, that they would have to see videos of children in cages as well as children being sexually abused. So they did prep the jury for that. Okay, so maybe that's why Austin is not sitting with the family. You would think that Derek wouldn't either, but I don't know. So that's the update that I have. That's at least until lunchtime. So tomorrow I'm going to, this coming up with this, you guys, took me all afternoon, and I was writing because I literally have notes. I didn't type it or anything. I wrote my notes. And so it's taken me all afternoon to find that from reliable sources that I trust is giving us the correct information. So tomorrow I'm going to be back at it, giving you guys more updates. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Also tomorrow night, probably what I'll do is I'll probably go live again with another update from tomorrow. So I'll put up a video with updates for what happened today after lunch. And then tomorrow night, we'll go live again and talk about what happened, tomorrow at the trial. So I'm going to go ahead and close this one out, but I'm going to come right back to discuss everything that took place at the trial today, the judge's decisions to allow the past molestation scandal into the trial, Jim Bob claiming that he forgot. And then we're going to talk about Derek sitting with the family and Joanna's husband not sitting with the family and not talking to anyone. So everyone that's here, on your way out, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. And in about 3 minutes, come right back to my channel so we can talk about what went down today at the trial. So thumbs up and come right back. I'll see you guys in about 2 seconds. Bye.